diver here, headed across the state. You can see we're leaving St. Petersburg and we are headed across to Lauderdale Lakes. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Here's your smoking demand reference, folks. 4:10 a.m. and we are headed across the state right now. And we are meeting up with our law enforcement partners in Lauderdale Lakes, Florida, in Broward County. We're meeting with Alex Bear, who runs the dive team out there. We located a whole lot of vehicles about a month ago before we saw these last two cases. We located 18 vehicles in 72 hours, less than 72 hours on one of our South Florida trips. Down in South Florida, we are looking for a handful of folks. We are looking for Steven MacKrell. We are looking for Theresa Fittin. We're looking for John Gelardi. We're looking for Vaughn Gratteau. We're looking for a whole bunch of folks down there. There's even some more recent cases. And we usually don't work those more recent cases, but we're in the area, so we just might, run into one of those as well. There was an older gentleman, I think in his 70s, that recently disappeared not too long ago as well. So we're targeting that area down there, Pembroke Pines, Davie, Lauderdale Lakes, Fort Lauderdale, that whole area there. There's a doctor that disappeared a long time ago as well. They had a condo out at the beach, but worked in Pembroke Pines. Several cases down in that area, somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 to 10. There was another gentleman that had Alzheimer's that still shows as an active case in the national systems like NamUs and whatnot. But we've spoken with law enforcement on that one, and that gentleman had a Alzheimer's type event and left his area in Weston, Florida, and his vehicle was actually recovered, even though it doesn't show that in the system. His vehicle was recovered. He had left Weston, Florida, and went across the Everglades, across Alligator Alley area, and parked in the middle of the swamp area and walked off from his vehicle. So we have removed that from our search list and no longer looking in that area. But in this area of South Florida, we have so many cases that we're working on right now, and we're systematically ruling out a certain area that is kind of at a 90-degree angle to the original search area that everyone else is looking. So as we continue to head down there, we're going to go ahead and film some of the recoveries. This particular recovery today, there are 13 vehicles and a box truck that we found in this one pond. And the sheriff's department down there, they have really had their hands full. They've been working on helping people escape from their flooded homes during this last storm that they had down there. They had tremendous flooding, and the dive commander went to this location yesterday. We had put cave diving, we'd used my cave diving reel, and we had put a floating cave line to small surface marker buoys. And you can see them lined up, boom, 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 all the way down this pond, this large pond. And you can see these 13 little floaties, little pool noodles floating with numbers on them. And we have each one numbered with a license plate. And he went over there and he said, "Oh, your buoys all fell off." Well, that's not what happened. The water rose so much, the water rose 2 to 3 feet in that area. We believe that they're all underwater, still floating, but we had pretty good tension on them. Had not expected the water to rise that quickly in that area. So we have to talk to them about where these things are, make sure that they don't get stuck in their boats if they do send a sonar boat out there to verify. We believe that, especially with a little bit of guidance, since I'm going to be down there, we can point them in the right direction and they can just swim right out, run right into them, and be able to recover all those one at a time. I don't think they're going to do a full 13 vehicle recovery today. I think maybe they'll pull some of them, maybe a handful. And then we're also waiting to see, we know that there's a public safety diver conference coming up, and we know that they need vehicles to pull for that. They do training and extraction and all that, and vehicle recovery, floating lift bags, just everything that a public safety diver would want to do. So sometimes they have to sink vehicles for that. Well, in this case, they're welcome to use the vehicles that we located. They're all stolen. We've already run the plates with law enforcement, and so they're going to pull some of them today, maybe make some room, probably do assessments on them all. We have only one that really needs to be cleared, and even that one I think think is clear. So they're going to check them all out, pull a few today, and maybe leave some for the next training, or maybe come back down one more time and film some more. So we'll go down there and meet with them, capture what we can capture. But we're really excited about this one because I know that Doug Bishop was down there with a team a long time ago, and he located 13 cars, kind of in that general area, but a few cities over, and they had a massive event. It was a big media event. They pulled multiple vehicles, and it took them, I think, a week almost, I think 3-4 days to do those pulls. So we don't think they're putting that level of effort into this set of vehicles. They think they're going to break it up a little bit over time, and they might save a few for the Public Safety Divers Conference. So anyway, we're going to head down there, and it's going to take a long time to get there. I got to charge along the way, but I'm taking a little more comfortable vehicle than my usual dive rig, and we'll get down there as soon as we can and get some film going on. So come along with us on this continuing adventure of the Lauderdale Lakes 13.